Hey Siri, turn on studio. Dialing in lighting has to be one of the toughest things to get right on a desk setup, but having control of your lighting environment can really impact the productivity you can have at your desk. So the question is, how can we do that ourselves? Can we just stick a desk lamp on our desk and call it a day? Well, today I'm going to show you how I did mine. This is David with Side of Tech, your casual nerd. Let's go ahead and check it out. A study done by the City University in London found that lighting is one of the several factors that combine to create a healthy work environment that in turn helps promote employee engagement, well-being, and productivity. Before we get into the actual lighting that I use, I want to talk about some philosophies that I like to keep in mind. And in my research and personal experience, I found out there were 3 major ways that lighting can really impact your desk experience. 1, your mood. 2, the amount of time you can actually sit on your desk and feel productive. And 3, the actual quality of work you can do. If you're really trying to optimize your lighting conditions, these are factors that I like to think about before starting a work session at my desk. Now, things that help achieve these conditions are color temperature, positioning of light, and the ease of use or the functionality. So using this information, I have a rule of 3 lights when it comes to achieving the ideal lighting criteria. You can always adjust or add more lights if needed, just like how I have here, but I consider this rule a baseline. The 3 lights are a main light, a backlight, and an ambient light. Okay, I know that was a lot, but now that we have our groundwork, let's get on to the fun part and talk about the actual gear that I have. Let's talk about our main light. If we want to keep this as simple as possible, we can buy a super cheap desk lamp on Amazon or IKEA, and 90% of people are satisfied with this. The thing is, you didn't just click on this video for nothing. Let's step it up a notch. My solution is the monitor desk lamp, specifically ones that are able to control the color temperature. They come in all kinds of versions, but my absolute favorite ones are from BenQ. This one I've had here for years and it hasn't let me down at all. And they also just released this new one, the Screen Bar Pro. I like this version the best because you can control everything on the top of the bar itself. There's only one cable that plugs into a USB-C. The other versions have an adjustable knob, but I think I'm more partial to the controls on the bar. I can adjust the color temperature, the brightness, or just leave it on auto and have the light do all the work for me. During the day, you want the light to be cooler, and at night, a warmer light can really help you out since you want to limit the amount of cool lighting entering your eyes. You can get these types of lights and pay a lot less for a copy like on Amazon if you want to save some money. I've heard some of them are pretty decent, but I've rocked with BenQ for so long and the Screen Bar Plus was well worth the money and has lasted me for years. All in all, it's my favorite solution for a main light and meets all my criteria. Next, let's talk about the backlight. So for me, I like to use these light bars from Philips Hue. I can adjust the color temperature, the brightness, all in the Apple Home app, which makes it extremely easy to control. They even come with their own stand so you can place them wherever on your desk, but for me, sticking them on the back of my monitor works best. It gives them the perfect amount of spill on the background so that my eyes don't get as fatigued with just using one light. It's a notable difference that really helps with overall eye strain. Lastly, what rounds out my 3-light setup is some ambient lighting. I call this the fun light because it can really increase your mood when just turning it on. The light that I chose for this situation is the Govee light bar. It's just such a cool light for when I want something extra and it instantly boosts up my mood when turning it on. And again, I can adjust the color temperature, the brightness, and everything I want to do all in the app. You can even change the effects, which is one of my favorite features of this light. I like to keep it subtle since lighting should not distract you, but you can turn on some really interesting effects. More forms of ambient lighting can include this floor lamp like I have from IKEA, or even these nanoleaf panels. Once you get a hang of these 3 basic lights, you just start going down a rabbit hole. One of my favorites is this offset light that I have here from Amaranth, the P60X. I love having it off to the side here to provide me with nice studio lighting when I'm taking a video call or just lighting a scene where I have to film videos. It really adds to the space and brings it together. Long story short, this last lighting option should be something that brings you joy, something aesthetic and original to you, so you can truly feel like this desk is your own. So the only thing about this philosophy is that it takes a lot of setup. You have to have the right kind of tools like USB ports and good power management. And I totally get it, the price of everything is not cheap. With the 3 lights that I talked about, you're talking about a few $100s. And if you want to push the boundary even more with all these lights like how I have it, it's gonna be even more. But I can tell you that implementing these philosophies and doing this research has really helped me understand why lighting is super important to a desk setup and to be productive in general. Without it, my quality of work, my mood, and also the overall time I could sit down on my desk is really affected. So I do hope that some of these tips helped you guys out today. I know that whether I'm being a super productive person or I'm just getting my ass kicked in the new Elden Ring DLC, I know that I'm being more optimal with my choices. And the beauty about choice is that it's yours. If you guys want some more content, go ahead and watch my 2024 desk setup video if you want some inspiration for your own. This is David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.